Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So today I am at a venue which is very local to me again. It's just convenient to get all the local ones out the way first to save me fuel and driving, etc. And this one is in the very centre of a town that I live in. Not Chesterfield. I grew up in Chesterfield, but now I live on outskirts of Worksop. I don't actually live in town centre. But this lake is in the town centre, like right in the middle, and it's open to the public and it's on day ticket. So today I want to walk you around this place. Let's have a look at what the layout is, safety features, if there's any damage, and just anything we can report on really. But I just want you to remember as well that as much as I love going to town on fisheries that are just an absolute health and safety nightmare, I do like to come and publish a good one as well. So let me show you this place. So we are at the lovely Sandhill Lake. A lot of locals, including my missus, call it Sandhill Lake and they call it something else, and there's a few regulars that have got different names for this place. Here's a bit of history on place if you want to take a screen grab of that, but access all the way around the place. So we are currently where that red star is, and I'm going to walk around this way, around here and down here, and we have the ever famous Chesterfield Canal running down the side of it as well. So save that for another day. Loads of fish in there, and just down here and a bit further this way into town centre, massive carp of a £25. So one for you guys if you're interested in coming. But this part here is a building which is that place there. It's called a learning hub. You get a lot of youths going there, probably looking for work or people out of school, etc. We've got a great team of people there that help them keep them on straight and narrow as well. So let's go and have a look. So this is your entrance as you walk in. Nice big steel gate with Sandhill Lake written down it. And then you've got a car park here, and we are going to walk around this way, but I'll just drop down here first and just show you these first few pegs. So a bit of a seating area here, already got a bin, benches, another bench over there, bit of a notice board there with nothing on it, another bin. And this is car park area. Some storage behind there which I think is relevant to this place. Bollards, nice big camera on a pole there, so quite a safe environment to be sat in if you're fishing or if you're just coming for a walk round. And then obviously you've got residential areas over there. I'm not going to focus on them too much because there's a lovely old lady sat in her garden enjoying a cup of tea. So where do we start? This is a peg that I fished a good few months back now. I come up here for a chuck. Someone give me a good few pointers. Oh, look at these guys. Give me a good few pointers. Let me get away from them. And he said if I get on this peg, so this is me chucking directly in front, and he said if I aim towards that point over there where that swan is, about 35-40 metres, that's deepest part of the lake, and it was. And I had some massive bream, and it was this very peg where I had a bite, tip went round as normal, I hooked into it and I had just the same resistance all the way back in, and it on the end was a mobile phone, and I had a line at about 40 metres out there, 45 metres I think it were, and reeled in a Alcatel mobile phone, which were weird. It were hooked right in charger port as well. So my hook has gone right in where the earphones or whatever go. But that's the state of it. But this is its first peg. Let all these guys get in. There they go. Nice and shallow here, as you can see. Not a lot to be worried about here. There's a motorbike tyre out there or something, but I dare say you could probably get your platform out here and probably shave a couple more metres off your cast and probably make it a bit easier playing them big fish in here. So this is round the back of the hub, and you can get round that way, and there's like another peg just here and one after it, and there's like a bit of a boat ramp as well. But we'll finish off on that. This time I'm going to walk this way and circle all around there, and you've got like a bit of an outlet over there that goes into the canal, and I'm going to go a bit further around as well. But so far, and looking at the colour of this pole here, I dare say that on there once upon a time was a safety ring, and there's not one there. And so far I've not seen one, which isn't a great sign. But that's what we're here for, just to have a look, show you guys, what to expect. This is the next peg to the left of that one. So car tyres just been dumped in. If you look at where access is to the lake, you can actually, you know, see why things like this have been just dumped in here. But there's probably a big bit of scaffolding pole there, another tyre out there. So it is a rough and ready lake, don't get me wrong, but you know, I have seen some huge fish in here, and I have caught some big 6-7 pound bream in here, and you know, some carp lads have come up to me when I've had a good day and said they're small compared to what they normally get. So very nice water quality, looks really nice, really healthy. Yeah, right, let's go up here and have a look. But so far no safety ring, and this is probably first port of call for any emergency services like ambulances or anything like that. So we will walk round and hopefully the place will redeem itself with a few safety rings, or at least one. It's not a small venue, so it's definitely in the market for at least a couple of them. This is not a peg, but I'm just going to walk down here and show you just what sort of things we're looking at. Loads of dog balls, dog toys. I see this a lot when I go around a lot of venues that are like a public parks. Loads of dog balls. Someone's Nike trainer there. Lots of bits and bobs. But the good thing about this is the wind and flow pushes into this corner day in, day out. So it's not War and Peace to come and just wheel it to picker and start getting some of this out. Probably what you got here, probably half an hour's work with probably one bin liner, and you've got like some wooden logs, which, you know, they wouldn't look bad just shoving under trees up here or something. But yeah, just all rubbish. Some big wooden boards here, I could do with them at home, to be fair. They've been thrown in, they're nice. Yeah, lovely. I don't know if anyone you've noticed, but let me just try and count them while I've got them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 tufted ducks. 27. I went somewhere a few weeks ago and did a video, and I think I counted probably 11, and I said that's the most I've ever seen in one place in my entire life. And I think it were actually on canal, actually. 27 tufted ducks. And I think there's more over there. There's a few mallards here that have just mixed between them. There's 3 there and 2 going off that way. And I think there's more tufted ducks over there. I think I can see another pair over there. So 27 minimum. Incredible. And considering what they eat, it shows it's a really healthy venue. And you can see underwater here, there's actually lots of like dying off stringweed and so on. So as much as they're a nightmare, those things, stunning bird, and very, very good for your water. Right, let's go up this way and have a look. So here's the car park where you pull in, and you come in here, park in there, and you can actually drive down here. And this path takes you outside at lake, and you can come down here. It's public access if you want to fish up this way. If you're not fishing up this way, don't park up here, because I don't think there's a lot of room at the other end, and anglers would probably sooner be able to get their cars up here if they're going to fish up here. But nice and wide. And then you've got all this greenery here. So we were just stood in that corner down there, all this greenery here. And then we're coming on to the first proper sort of stage peg. They're all proper pegs, but this is first stage peg. Looks like there was a number on there at one point, but it's come off. Nice and solid. It's made of that plastic material, so it's not going to rot over time and fall to bits, which is ideal. It's what you want. And then you've got lots of bulrushes here. This actually make a very good peg, and I know camera don't do it justice, but the drop off there is unbelievable. It goes a bit shallow here and then it just drops, and you've got a nice deep watercolour there going straight down, so plenty of water to go at. So very nice. Next peg here, I'll just cut over this bit. It's a bit of a step here anyway. And again, just right margins, just bits of rubbish, mainly bottles and bits of like plastic bags and what have you, but nothing a few people walking around won't be able to sort out. Not sure if this is a peg or not. Looks like a bit of a utility area, maybe for getting in a boat or something, but I dare say, do you know what? Of course it's a peg. Look at that for a bank rest. Do you know, if I were 5-year-old, that would have been an absolute corker. I'm not even going to move it. What nice big area from here as well. So if you're allowed to fish on this bit, you've got a lot of water to go at. Really good quality water as well. And we've got a load of hungry ducks. She's gone. It's a bit late for it, but I think she's got some nice perfume on that one. Right, I'm going to walk up this way. Oh, another bin. I'm going to walk up this way and then round that way, and I'll slowly work my way over there. But so far so good. I'm just let down now by the lack of safety rings that I'm not seeing, because with how bright they are. There could be some over there somewhere, but there is none that I can see as of yet. So hopefully there's one somewhere, but with how big this place is, you kind of want one at your first sort of port of call over there for any emergency services, or anyone that's in a busy area to be able to throw one out or run somewhere with it. And then you'd certainly want one over this side as well, because it'd be easier for a member of public to throw a ring out from up here than it would for a member of public to run around the lake with one here. So let's go and have a look. Now, the time we did fish up here, the bailiff, lovely chap, he said that over here, I don't think there's any staging pegs here like that one we've just been on, but he said these are best pegs for bream. You can actually see, look, where they've been around and cut some of these down. So this probably is a peg, look, and they've actually, you can see where they've trimmed some of this. And he said, when I was fishing over there, he said that this is one of the best areas for getting bream on feeder, really deep. So one for you guys to take note of. But the peg there, and here we are, the Chesterfield Canal, Worksop Town Centre. There's a little video actually of me and Holly, our youngest, down there fishing next to Carp in middle at town centre. Holly's first day proper fishing today in Worksop Town Centre, and there's full of fish, and there's some huge pike in here, and there's carp over 25 pound in here. I've seen them, and when I've been around walking, and because we do spend a lot of time up here, I've actually seen a chap land one, bank it and weigh it, so it's full of them. A lot of people don't like me advertising that, but more anglers on here, more people, we've got to stop people trying to nick them. And then behind here, another bin. So what's that, 4 bins now so far? I think I can see a dog bin over there, which is ideal. Starting to chuck it down. But these pegs here, disabled access is amazing. So disabled anglers, park in there, or even get in tight here, get your boot open here, get your gear down here, wheelchair access, mobility scooter, etc. Some of these poles have gone, but it's best just to stick to the path anyway. Oak burst, someone's had the porridge. And you've got these 2 nice pegs here, and more often than not I do see a lot of anglers fishing on these when I come up. It's normally the same chap, and then there's a few others that I see up and down here every now and again. But yeah, nice solid. Is that a glass cola bottle? Rich kids around here. But yeah, nice big tree here. You know, you've got a decent line there, you've got all this water out in front of you, and you've got your next peg there as well. So if you and a pal want to come up and access is a bit limited for you, or mobility, you can both pitch up there and you just have a quick walk to your pegs as well. It's nice and flat here. And then this peg, same again, I just stood on that one over there. You've got this peg, and then you've got all this space here, which is ideal. You can actually see where people have been using it as a bit of a turning circle. And it's probably the best thing to do if you come up here. Probably try and stick to what other people do. You've got them 2 pegs there. You've actually got another stage in here as well. And this is right next to the outlet overflow for the lake, and that there takes it straight through into Chesterfield Canal. And they've only recently gone in as well, so quite a new bit of feature there. Water quality, what I will say is in summer gets a bit weedy. For some people that's a problem, and for others it's an opportunity, so don't ignore it. But the weed, it's sort of like floating string weed, and the amount of roach and rudd that you see underneath is incredible. Absolutely loads of fish to be seen. So even if you're not coming up for a day's fishing, definitely come up and enjoy a walk around at the place and just soak it in. And now we're going to go up through this gate, and then there's some more pegs over here. You can just see over there, look. and I'll start walking you around that way. But no safety rings yet, which is a bit of a letdown. Not happy about that, because this would be an ideal place to have one, because looking at access here, emergency landing there, won't be war and peace. That'd be nice and easy. And you know, you've got some good anchor points here as well, like all this railing. You know, you could have a safety ring post put up here, near it being, it'd probably be ideal. One this end, one putting back on that post over there, and hopefully that we see one around here, because as much as it's a lovely venue, it's you know, just having a safety ring is a massive safety feature, and not having one at all, you know, it makes a perfect venue worthless. We all take it a bit for granted, but where safety is concerned, with water this deep, you've got to have them in. This bit looks like it's probably out of bounds. Some big railway sleepers there, some here probably holding this bank up. So I wouldn't say probably any fishing from them. I don't know, they might do. You know, you might get odd carp angler that sits here and gets his pod out there, not sure. Chesterfield Canal again, and you've got your turning circle here for your barges, canal boats, etc. And then all this down here. Starting to chuck it down now. But yeah, really good water quality. Camera never does it justice when I do this, unless it's a really hot bright day, but it's not crystal clear water, but it has got that tinge of sort of brown in it. You know, it's not an abused water, mainly fed by rainwater and storm drains up Main Road. And then all that side of the path here, you've got this big bush area which separates this from the Chesterfield Canal. Oh, I can actually see somebody camping over there, but looks for it, look. See that? 2 tents up. Best not to disturb. What I don't understand. And then you've got this peg. I've not seen any peg numbers yet, fellas and fellettes, but you know, you're free to just make them up. This peg, bit of a problem. You've got this massive tree. It just wants lopping off there, and you probably get away with that. And them two just want dragging out and chopping up. And you've got a hippocrocker goose. He's a bit of everything, him. Big stump in water there. This probably make a nice specimen peg actually. Got quite a lot of features here. This tree overhang's nice, and you've got this big overhanging tree here. If that peg there is empty, got a good shot at some good water from here. Very good shot. But yeah, no dangers, no breakages, everything's nice. This has actually got a steel frame around it as well, so all good. Some steps, they're not perfect, but you know, you've not got a slippery bank back up to the path. Let's go and have a look at next one. Another bin and a bench. So we've been absolutely treated by bins, but no safety rings as of yet. Steps are here for this one, guys and gals. And I've got Dunlop wellies on, so if I fall, it's not clumsiness. It's just me £5 wellies. Right, and now this one, again, no peg number. You must just draw them on with marker pen if they ever have any matches or events or anything, but no peg numbers as of yet. And this one, again, just 8 hours work, just with some waders on, and get these cut, and then just trim up this up, just make it nice and square. If you really wanted to, you could get down onto, trunker it down there and cut them off down there and just pull them out of the way, because if you shave that off there, 6 months time, you're going to be doing it again. So this just wants trimming off up here, just to give this peg a bit more breathing space. But get on here with feeder and get your tip out that way, I guess. Each to their own, guys. Right, back up the steps, and then we will drop down into these two here, because on this point there's quite a few pegs. Okay, so this one, not looking good. Someone's actually had a barbecue or a fire on that one, and it's melted it away, which is quite a shame. It's missing a slat. It's actually got one coming up there, and then 2 massive boards in here, which I imagine were off at one at boundaries at some point somewhere around lake, and either they've been pushed in maliciously or they've just come loose and gone in, because they're too big to be dumping in a lake like this. thought the eye, you'd just cut them up and burn them or tip them. But another nice peg, apart from the platform. So safety wise, probably just wants a sign chucking up or repairing really. That member there, someone's actually cut it and then someone's tried to repair it with a bit of wood and that's actually failed as well, so not ideal. Big bush next to it, big tree, just wants trimming. In fact, this peg's not all that bad. If you go over here, you've got some nice casting room here, so not too bad. And there's actually a carp angler over there on that peg. Don't really want to disturb him, but we'll go up onto the next one and have a look. See, for you guys, it's more if you've never been before, or some of you have been, and you've only ever fished a couple of pegs, you've not really spent a lot of time walking around somewhere. Got some steps going down to that one, nice open peg there, loads of water to go out there. In fact, that one is facing pretty much the belly of the lake, so good peg, but a bit of a jump from there to there, so just be mindful. And if you're walking past here, all that's rotting away, so you have to just be careful there. And then this peg is pretty much gone. I mean, it used to be there, big railway sleepers. You could easily repair a peg over the top of that. Just want to raise that front lip a bit and put a nice platform over there. And them steel poles that are still in, they'll be holding them railway sleepers in for a long time. So, not all bad. You've got a nice bit of water here. Actually, if it just comes around, look, there's no banking separating it, and it just comes in. You've got this nice bit of water all in here, look. It's quite deep as well. There's a traffic cone under there. So, nice little feature on this side of the lake. And it goes right underneath there as well. Loads of rubbish down here, all in here. This is an area at lake where people don't walk past you a lot. You're out at wayfront path here, so people are just going to chuck it in there. Like, I know it's horrible to say, and it is mainly anglers, but not all of it. Some of this will have blown. You know, there's a canal there, and we all know canals are great for transport, but they're also brilliant for the direction of waste going up and down most of our waterways at UK. So it won't, you know, rats, minks, pulling them out and dragging them in here and finishing off someone's chips. It's not like I'm just pointing fingers at anglers saying it's all your fault, because I've had a maggot bag fly off me side tray before that I've not been able to catch. So it's you know, it is all of us when we're doing it. And that bit of water is actually here as well. Look, little coot over there. So I don't know. Nice hot day, you might get a few fish coming in here. And then Chesterfield Canal is right here, look. And there's people camping over there in tents. Might not be anyone in them. That little green one's actually open. And there's a blanket hanging out of it and it's raining, so. I've been there before, fellas and fellettes. Right, now we'll walk up here. And I've been around here a few times because we live local. The missus used to come drinking Lambrinis around here when she was a kid. So there's not really much to report on this bit, just bushes everywhere. But considering what these bushes are, you know, you can see where they've been trimmed and they've been maintained. So yeah, hats off to them for. It's not a small place to keep under control by any means. So yeah, right, another bin, another bench, wicked. This takes you down to another peg. Oh, another 2 pegs. Awesome. Let's get down here on these steps. So this one actually got the front missing. That won't be War and Peace to get that fixed. And this one, bit of a tackle box there. That says 19 on it, so this must be peg 19. And this one, very nice. Lots of water off to your left. Then you've got up Elliot Lake off to your right. Lots of wooden stakes in here and big planks. But lots of water to go out. It's quite shallow here, probably 2 or 3 foot, and then it deepens off then where you can't see bottom. But yeah, so far very nice. Just again, rubbish. Even if you wanted to call it a few weeks with a litter picker and a couple of bags a week, you know, it wouldn't take long to get rid of everything we've seen so far, and you know, just tidy it up that little bit more. Around this way, looks like people have been walking, but I don't think there's a peg over there, so I'm just going to go back up this way and onto the main path. And again, guys, I'm not here to rip anyone's head off. I'm not here to disrespect anybody. If you're doing something you shouldn't do, and I see it, of course I'm going to say something and call you out for it. But in some cases, like fisheries, ignorance is bliss. But some people just don't see the dangers. It's not like they've not got people's best interests at heart. They just have no idea what they're doing. You know, and this is a lovely venue. Don't get fished a lot. It's not like a popular day in, day out venue. But it's definitely a venue that's recognised, and as big as it is, it's got massive potential. Bailiff, who comes round here, a lovely guy. One at Goodens, you know, everyone knows a bailiff, but then everyone knows a bailiff. Do you know what I mean? He's a good bloke, got a lot of time for you, but he just needs a clean up so far and a couple of safety rings. But on to the next peg now, so I'll spin you around, show you this one. Drop down to it, we're on another bench here. I've just walked that length there from that last peg, and there's no pegs in all them bushes. So now I'm just going to walk you down here to this one, being very careful. See where other people have slipped. There's no steps here, although none I can see anyway. So just go steady. So again, just rubbish, and it's the same stuff every time, like just beer bottles, beer cans, just crap. And this is the problem when it starts ending up in there. Look, it's just not ideal. Just take it on with. When you bring it with you, that's it. When you bring it with you, that's your item at its heaviest. When you've drank it and eaten it, it weighs next to nothing. Just take it back home with you. But very good peg, nice and solid. Can't complain about that. You know, this is something that could have happened recently, but you know, in all these bushes you see an artil and the state they left it in, it could be full of them. So we'll have a look round in a minute and go over that far bank. But loads of potential, and you can actually see over time where there's been pegs over there. It'd be nice to see if people are still actually fishing them and using them. And then bench area, we've actually got lots of little cuttings here. I've not shown them all because I don't really think it's relevant, but Chesterfield Canal's there, and lock 48 I think, or 49 that is. But yeah, you've got this area here. You know, people have obviously been abusing it. That's obviously not anglers, that's just people sitting on a bench. Ooh, something big just come up there. No duck, but something just flapped its tail, and I had camera pointing down here when it happened. Well, that was nice. But as you can see, a nice little cutting down here where they probably allow anglers to fish on pegs like that. So, you know, there might be an opportunity for more than you think up here, but, you know, we've covered all that so far. And we're just going to go around this sort of neck here, and it takes you over at top there. I think there's a school up there. That's where Alfred's is, and B&Q and Pets at Home and PC World. That's all over that way, just at top of that hill there. That's the main road you go past, and it's over here somewhere. So let's have a walk round and see the rest of it. But no safety rings so far, and I'm probably 3/4 at, and but no safety rings so far, and I'm probably 2/3 the way round. And now it's a bit of a letdown. Very nice venue, and you know, when I come last time I didn't pick out any safety rings when I was fishing place, but I just assumed, I thought what kind of venue it is, I thought it was going to be full of them. There's a peg here. This takes you over at Chesterfield Canal. There's a bin here. I'll just take you while we're here. So here is the Chesterfield Canal. Let's see what lock we're on. And obviously then it becomes yeah, it is lock 49. So lock 49, that takes you up towards Canal and River Trust Depot at Worksop, Lock Keeper, etc. And then that takes you down to Worksop Town Centre. So you can access it just off this path here, and lots of Canal and River Trust signs everywhere, and they do a great job regardless. Right, so let's have a drop down here onto this one. Again, no steps, so if you're going to do it, just go steady. Get a side footing, guys. Get a side foot. Don't go straight, because you'll be going home. Yeah, not a lot of casting room behind, because there's a lot of bushes here. But, you know, it's not a massive cast either, so short rod. Big swan over there, look, sat on nest, bless her. And this must be a fella over here, look. But plenty of water here, probably 2.5, 3 foot there. Nice firm lake bed as well, but looks of it. A few bits of rubbish about, bits and bobs, cans, bottles, the norm. But again, it's all in arm's reach. You can just bend down and pick this stuff up. But get a litter picker. Nice solid peg. Again, tough plastic stuff. It's got a name, but don't really matter. It's just that hard stuff. Nice peg. If you're ever patrolling up and down canal, you could come and have a couple of chucks on here with a spinner, I guess, for a pike and perch, and then no lump, you could jump back on there and carry on. Right, so see what these say. National Cycle Network. National Cycle Network. So it must be a cycle route that I don't know about. I'm not big on cycling, I own bikes, but I don't know much about riding them. No swimming, danger deep water, so we all know up and down this canal there's signs all over the place, but you know, there's one for here. It's up, it's on a footpath, main entrance to the lake. Can't miss it, it's right where it needs to be. So yeah, done there a bit. Now we'll walk around this way and start making our way up, but there's not a lot of access to this bank down here from here, so I'll have to show you that bit in a minute. But we'll just go and have a look down here first. Oh, another peg. Another nice peg down here, look. Let's go and have a look. Side foot, guys. I'm actually slipping already, but so, another nice peg. If there's one more down there, that'll be a belter into some of that, but you know, not a bad access when you're down here, out at way as well. Lots of casting room above you for feeder or float or anything. Plenty of water to go at as well. It's got a nice depth to it. I can actually see stuff on bottom out there. So it might drop off a little bit more. I can actually see lots and lots of weed over there. So probably an area of lake that doesn't get fished a lot, but will definitely house lots of fish around here, loads. And again, a few bottles and beer cans and sandwich packets and everything, but again, it's just a few hours a week just picking it up. You know, it's just part of your duties as a fishery leaseholder or owner, or you know, even bailiff can have a go, but you know, who knows. But another solid peg. Let's go up and have a look at some more. And this path just takes you right back. If there's any more pegs, I'll show them you, but like, just areas like that. And it's a bit too shallow down this way now anyway, so oh, I don't know. Probably could have been a peg down here. Well, go and have a look. Definitely looks like an area that gets fished. Ah, so this is the very bottom of it. Lots of lily pads. I can actually see a micro scooter out there that's been thrown in. Lots of rubbish behind. You know, if you're brave enough, you could get a bivvy in there. This would be one of them sort of pegs where a lot of opportunist carp anglers come and spend a lot of time fishing over that weed, because a lot of fish, and a lot of carp especially, will be in that stuff in summer months. But yeah, a few baby wipes where someone's been to the toilet. Very, very healthy looking water, like there's no doubt about it. But this end at lake, it's definitely for those that are, you know, really, really trying to get some of those finicky carp, because that stuff there is just solid bottom weed. and they love it. Right, so this is the very last area that I think you could fish. It's not, obviously it's not a peg like the rest of them, but it's an area that you can fish nonetheless. Right, so now I'm going to go on this path and go up there, and it actually takes me up onto the top over there and then down, and you come down this banking over here. There is some areas here. I think probably where that tree is there is your limit. I might go to it, I might not, I'll see what it looks like. If it's not really a fishing peg or fishing area, I don't really want to be going there because no one else should be, so it's pointless. So we'll go and have a look and get you a view of the rest of it. This area behind this fence here is a big building site. The last time we come, these holes weren't covered up. So probably these have been made by chaps wanting to half-inch goods out of here. But I don't think there's anything of value in there. Now, I'll show you. If there's any machinery out, I didn't really want to put camera on it, but it's just all like scrap from houses they built next door, look. So all this land will probably be owned by the same person, and it'll all just get collected at some point. A lot of slabs over there though, I could do with them. Hit me up, let me know. And then all the way down here is the very bottom of the very start of the water table. So just down here, and then that way, that's at its highest capacity. This is where the water will come to. And just remember as well, guys, that me doing this is no different to me staying in a hotel for night and then putting a bad review on TripAdvisor or a bad review in general because I didn't enjoy my stay. If I come and look around a venue like this, or anywhere, and it's a dive, let's be right, it's a mess, safety concerns, there's threats to life, anything like that, if that person or leaseholder tries to ban me, it's going to be a legal nightmare. Yeah, as much as we all want people to say great things about us venues and what we do, you can't just go turning people away because they've not enjoyed their stay. So just be mindful, and it's a lot cheaper and a lot easier just put a few safety rings up, nice and easy. And then right back here you've got Parkside Autos, BMW specialists, I bet they're busy. And then you've got this big area down here, which I remember from last time, people just chuck rubbish down here all the time, look. And it's a shame, but whilst ever people are doing it and no one's doing it about it and leaving it looking like that, they're going to keep doing it. So not ideal, but it's just one of the things. And again, more rubbish thrown down there, just bits of everything really. A lot of it will get blown down there with how the access is from here, but there's another business there, big fence, loads of barbed wire, and then I was going to say there's them steps, but they've actually fenced that off now, unless that's part of the school. Another bin, another bench, awesome. This is part of the school, obviously can't film in there, but this path takes you adjacent down the side of the fence, and I'll try and get, in fact school is over there, but this road here, see that car there? That's going down towards Asda, that new golf thing they've done, something else and something else, that's down that way. And then if you go that way, that's where Alfred's B&Q, Pets at Home and all that stuff is. Worksop Town Football Club, I don't know if I've got that right or not, but that's down that way. And then all down here, it's just all like wasteland. People chucking the bags down. Again, it's going to be a nightmare getting down there, cleaning all that stuff. And to be fair, what that's all resting on down there is probably 4 foot of silt, really wet, ready stuff. So health and safety concern as well. But yeah, massive drop. Not something that I recommend any of you tackling unless there's a group on you. Right, I'm going to whack camera off and I'll turn it back on when we go up here. I ain't filming past the school, guys. And again, some huge drops down there, so just be mindful. Probably dogs on leads, etc. And again, this path. So school's up there out of way now. I've come all the way down here and it branches off down here, so it looks like you can actually get down here. Obviously a little path there, look, you can see where it's all been flattened down. Could be people, could be foxes, but let's just assume it's anglers wanting to have a good time. Right, so we'll drop down here and go and have a look. But as you're walking around, there's bits of rubbish everywhere. I think it gets to a point on venues like this where it's not like an angling committee issue, it's just a general public issue. Council need to be on top of it, but steps, I mean, they look slippy, but I'll take my time regardless. I'm alive. Right, so this is what I was talking about earlier. I was stood right over there and I said, don't think you can get down here. There has a path been made. I'm not saying you can come down here. What I am saying is it's accessible to a point, so I'm not really wanting to go much further than where I should. It's already slippy and that's a lot wetter than I am, and I don't want to be friends with it. But there's a car exhaust in there, you can see anger on it. There's a bike in a tube, something massive there, I don't know what that is, huge thing. But can you get around? Yeah, you can. You can see where people have been walking, but probably don't. And also, Mrs. Swan is sat on her nest just behind this tree, so I'm just going to keep away and just, you know, it's not for me to know that. It's not a path, otherwise I'd have carried it on like they have up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go back and just put a little disclaimer out there that if you do come down here and you go down this way, it's not something that I advise. Just probably stay away from it. And you've got this area here. Again, another classic rod rest. I mean, that's a belter. And she's in there. So obviously gets fished here a lot. Nice and deep as well, drops right off. Lots of water to go at. It didn't look all that deep from that side when I were over there, but there's obviously a lot more water over this side. So yeah, very good. Bit of rubbish, few logs, bricks, again, really clear. In fact, it's really nice water here actually. It looks amazing for a few bites. And you've got this bit up here, I can see a bin. I think there's a chap here fishing, so we'll just go steady around him. Don't want to go in people's faces. There's dog poo about, so just go steady. And then we're on this path up here. So we will go for a walk up here. Oh, I don't think it is an angler. Does that not look like someone sat in a chair with their feet up? Do you know what? I've just figured out what it is. It's a car. Brothers, it's a car. Another peg here. That says 77 on it. I'm not sure about 77, but I remember seeing 19 over there. Could be wrong. But lots of access here for fishing. For opportunist angler, it is. It's an old subframe, I think, off something. It is, look, front subframe. Steering rack. Probably an ABS pump. It's probably been pulled out of here, but it's been a while since I've come round here and that's still there, and it it looked quite nice on the front garden, that. Anyway, it's a car, not an angler. Another area here. Again, lots of room behind as well for, I don't know, lots of mulch. So you could, I don't know, get a bivvy somewhere, I don't know. But lots of areas for fishing. A couple of slabs there, look, probably used to be a peg, that. Another bin, another bench. And then this one here is the first sort of proper peg. So it's got a bit of a dugout for bivvy space. Then you've got all this to yourself here. Nice big peg here. I bet it's nice and deep in the middle too. Two more tufted ducks over there. There's a pair there, male and female. Something huge there. It looks like a big plastic barrel, but I could be wrong. It's like a big plastic barrel with bottom chopped off it. But lots and lots of water. Lots of room behind you as well, to be fair. So tackle wise, or going on chair up there in the sun. You know how your missus is. Oh, I could bring me book and get me sun cream out and sit behind you, couldn't I? It'd be lovely that, you know, when they say it. My missus loves it. Some more areas here, look, little tiny area. You could get a pod in here with a couple of rods and sneak a few rods out. On the bench, bit of litter. And that's the path I was talking about before. So if you carry on where we come down those steps, you can come across here and actually drop down here as well. So loads to go at. Nice water there, nice area. It's not as bad as what I was expecting, and I'm not sticking a middle finger up at Worksop, but you know, it's not the Hamptons around here. And you know, there's a lot of kids around here that have not got a lot to do. You know, and sometimes they like to show you where they've been. But you know, it's looking alright, it's not too bad. Nice area here as well. Really, really good water quality. Really nice. Another bin, another bench, loads of mulch. So when they're cutting trees down, they're obviously chopping it up and leaving it on bank, which is amazing. You know, if you do that, it's awesome. I don't know how these guys have lasted in Worksop as long as what they have, but you know, they're there everywhere. But mulch, guys, if you're chopping your stuff down, mulch it up, chuck it on bank, it's good stuff. Another peg here. See all roots showing, look. So over time, this bank will have been further out. So them roots don't just grow out into water, they actually stop and they'll keep growing in. They're roots that have been in ground or in land, and it's eventually eroded away and they're left exposed then. So bit of trivia there for you. Another bench and another bin. So if you're a bit unsure what bin or bench to sit on, or put your rubbish in, don't sit in a bin, there's loads. Now this area here is sort of the point of the actual venue. You've got a car park over there, my car's there, you can just see the white bit, big swan up boat ramp, and we've walked all the way around there, all the way across here, all the way down, well we've come here, so we're here. And you've got this bit, and it sort of sets back here, and I think there's a carp angler fishing down here, so I'll not go in his face. We've got a nice few pegs down here, which I'll show you in a minute. You've got this peg here on point, which, let me just get adjacent to it. When you're sat fishing there, or looking at peg, you'd probably get a platform in. You've got all this water to go at, so if you think of everybody else's casting allowances, you've got a load to go at around here. Really nice big area, and yeah, not too bad, not too shabby. You know, compared to places like Kiverton and you know a few others that I've been to that are absolute dives, rubbish all over. Do you know what I mean? I mean, look at all beer cans in there. So either people are putting them in there, or you know, people are walking around picking up what they can off at paths. So it's not all bad. The chap over there looks at car. So that's what we're talking about. You can actually drive all the way up to those pegs and fish there. Right, let's walk you around here. And this bit here, we've got like a bit of a bay here. All these little baby coots, look at these little tiny things. Little black balls of fluff. Don't know as much as this is a big fishing area, but you know, it's certainly an area not to ignore. And then you've got all these pegs that are set back in these trees back towards car park. So I'll just skim right back of these now and just show you a few. And then make his way back to car park and conclude. But no safety rings, guys. Not one. Couple of signs, but not one safety ring so far. Bit of a letdown. But there's time yet, and it could be hiding behind a tree. So you've got access to these pegs here. Look, so there's a chap fishing in his bivvy there. There's two pegs next to each other there. Not going to go in his face, not going to start, you know, whatever. But, you know, there's a lot of access here. Quite a popular peg, because a few times I've been down, I've seen a bivvy or at least a pod out here, so quite a popular area to fish if you're coming up carping. Yeah, look. And then this peg here is right next to it. So again, nice and local to car park. You've got that peg, that one that chap's fishing on. You can see where that one's melted, where people have been having fires on it. You've got all this space here. If if a bivvy's not, if there's not enough here for a bivvy, you've got all this behind you as well. So yeah, not too bad. Another bin, another peg. Ducks everywhere. And you've got all this bit here. Looks like an old staging over there. Big bit of wood here. And again, it's a bit melted, this one, but it's a peg nonetheless. You've got loads of water to go out here as well, and another tyrant water there. But there's bits of rubbish and bags and what have you, but it drops off quite quick there, and you've got this nice tree area here as well. There is some big carp in here, I forgot to say that at the start. And yeah, very nice. And then just walking back up this way now towards car park, and that's pretty much it for those pegs. And there's a couple now where I started. And this area, I think there's like the remains of old platforms here, but I don't know as though it gets fished a lot. It's another area that catches a lot of rubbish and litter and what have you, but if you can fish it, it's another opportunity, I guess. Someone there just come to feed baby ducks. So this young lady here has, I think she's got 5 babies with her, and she's just chucked in a load of pellets for them, and it's going to be a tufted duck warfare in a minute, but lovely to see all these little ducks. There's loads about. God, look at them all, these tufted ducks. Yeah, anyway, so not a bad area. You've got to watch out though, because the dog poo alley down here, there's loads on it, all in there, look. And I don't think people are that keen about, being dog owners around here as much. Yeah, and then behind, you've got all these houses behind here. I'm not going to focus too much on them, but, you've got a lot of eyes on place as well. So you'd probably be in good hands down here. A lot of people walk around it daily. And this little hub down here that looks after it, chaps that are, struggling a bit. Them guys, they walk around quite a lot. Because when I was fishing that day, a few of them come round having a chat with me and what have you, and so plenty of people walking around here daily, hourly, and yeah, broken chair, bits of wood. There's crap all over, but it's not as bad as what you'd expect it to be. This is Worksop town centre, you know what I mean? There's some really, really rough areas with litter and stuff like that around here, and this place just seems to be not getting the attention that the rest is, which is a good thing. Right, and now we're here. Mr. Swan is just making his way off, and this is the boat ramp. So I've got another bin here, a path that takes you up to houses, and then on here is like boat ramp, staging, whatever it is. So a big concrete platform here, and then this little thing here, little boat ramp. And full of snags, I mean everywhere, massive tree stumps. That swan's going for goose. I don't think that goose knows it yet, but that swan's going for him, and he's going. So yeah, could fish off here I guess if you wanted to. Get your pod and everything, you can get your bivvy and a lot on here. There's a human leg. There's a human leg in the lake. It's obviously a plastic one, it's not real, but it's a leg nonetheless. And just general litter again everywhere, but again, just come around with your litter picker and a bag and get some out, and just one journey to tip a week and just get rid on it. Don't cost out. And if you're not serious about looking after a place like this, you'll keep on top of it. Like down there, look, all these sticks and cans and logs and everything. There's just crap everywhere. There's actually is that a golf trolley out there? I think there's a golf trolley out there. Quite a few things. Bit of pipe in here. Oh, I thought it was steel, it's plastic. And then we are back where we started, where Mummy Duck has all her little ducklings. And that's a wrap for that one. So, do you like what you see? Is it somewhere you'd come and fish? Day tickets £4.50. I don't know if they've got junior prices, but I do know books for year. I think they're 35 quid for year, so it's not expensive at all. And it has got fish in it. I've caught plenty. and it's probably somewhere that I need to come and spend a bit more time, to be fair. But if you're after a cheap day's fishing or a cheap annual permit and you're local to Worksop, plenty of access to pegs with your car, carp fishing, there's loads of stuff going off here. So it's definitely not one to be ignored if you're fancying going somewhere new a try. So just to conclude, here at Sandhill Lake, nice looking venue, loads of potential, plenty of pegs, loads of access to pegs as well. It's got a litter problem, but it's not the worst we've seen. Like I say, it's not Harthill Reservoir, it's not Kiverton Waters, it's not an absolute dive. And most at litter, it can be picked up quite easily. There's not a lot stuffed away where we can't see it. So is it being put in bin? Is it being picked up? Who knows? But not one safety ring around this entire venue, not one. So even from an angling point of view, let's say that somebody comes down fishing and they get into difficulties, you've got no safety ring to help you out. If you're a member at public and you're walking around, there is no safety ring to be thrown in if you or a child or someone you know or just anyone, just a stranger, finds themselves out there struggling. There's not one safety ring here, and the post that once held a safety ring hasn't got one on it, because this safety ring isn't saving anybody. So what kind of situation are we in there? Well, unfortunately, safety comes first, and it always does. So as much as it's a lovely venue and it's got loads of potential, it's going to have to be a revisit. And because it's a massive safety concern, and you know, anywhere where there's water, safety needs to be taken seriously. And this place, with the size of it and the access, needs at least 3 safety rings. One here in Car Park, one over at far side near the disabled pegs, and definitely one near the entrance where it takes you through to the canal. It won't be War and Peace going and put in, and I think council, they only have to apply and they can be fitted free of charge. So yeah, and for that reason alone, I'm going to score this venue a D. I know it's harsh, some good fishing here, loads of pegs, lovely looking place, but it's just a safety risk. You've got to have your safety rings, you've got to have them on, guys. If you're a fishery and you've not got them, before I get there, get your safety rings put up and keep people safe. If you've got a venue in mind that is somewhere local to you, used to fish it as a kid, somewhere you fish regularly, or you know of a venue that's an absolute dive and you just want people to talk about it and try and help get it back on its feet, let me know. It might even be a perfect venue, like an A-star venue, like Aston Park Fisheries, for example, which can't go wrong, absolutely spot on. Might just be one of them venues that is amazing and you just want somebody else to say that as well. Drop a comment, let me know, and I'll get out there, come and visit a few places and put my own opinion on things. Anyway, remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a comment if you know this place, if you used to fish it as a kid. What would you do if you had older it? What things would you do different? How many safety rings do you think it needs? Just drop a comment, let me know. So from me and this wonderful venue, which is Sandhill Lake, bit of a letdown for safety reasons, we will see you on the next one.